everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I am reading on today. But before we get started, you know how we do it. Go right down here, go in your settings and find your subscribe button and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell so you know when I upload or when I just want to pop in and give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis. We all know what it is. It's that unrelenting B7 algorithm. I really, really would appreciate it. And right here, that is our join button. That is for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you're going to support my little channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I will be so grateful for that support. I have an announcement. We have a new channel member, and her name is Nadine Burke. Nadine, thank you so very much for looking at my channel and saying, I think she might have something going right there. I think I'm going to support her and support her channel. And I just appreciate it so much. Thank you. And now that you're a member of the reading club, you can go over to the community page, just over there where the community tab is, and your official welcome to the reading club will be posted over there. And everybody go over there and tell, and show Nadine some love. I am just so grateful to have her. Show us some love, y'all. All right, with all that said, let's get to the read. Let's get to the read, y'all, because I have a lot today. When I was putting the read together today, y'all know how I do it, and y'all know how just where I be when I'm doing it. I am in these internet streets, and that's where I was today. I was all up and down these internet streets, standing on the corner with my ear hustling, trying to see what people are talking about. And of course, I was over at Instagram. I was over at X, formerly known as Twitter. I was reading articles, but I did not go over to the dark side again today. I am continuing to protect my peace, but I will go back over there. But I'm just not ready to give up my peace because every time I go over there, I really, really get hyped. So, but sometimes it's necessary to go over there, and I will, but not right now. But I just have so much that I want to talk to y'all about. You know what I said today? I just love having a podcast because I get to just share all the things that I find with, it's just like sharing it with a bunch of girlfriends. I just love to come on here and kiki with y'all. Y'all can tell I love to kiki a lot. But I love to come on here and kiki with y'all and just talk about our faves. I just love it. And today I have a lot, so I better get started. But I just had to share that with y'all. I just really, really enjoy y'all and just kiki. I really do. But first up, I saw this. I was on X, formerly known as Twitter, and I saw this last night. And it says tonight, Prince Harry and Jimmy experience Jimmy Fallon's Nightmares. And I was like, Prince Harry is going to be on the Tonight Show? Oh my goodness. And I'm telling you, I was trying to get my remote control so fast I fell over my dog. I wanted to see what Prince Harry was going to be up to. I kind of felt like it wasn't going to be an interview. And because they didn't really set it up like that. But it was Prince Harry going through a haunted house, and it was so funny. He was so funny. I'm gonna put a picture of him and Jimmy up here. I love this picture because it just shows that Prince Harry is so unbothered about their nonsense. And I bet this ate them up over there because Harry is so unbothered. They spend their lives just spinning lies and traps and just putting out stumbling blocks and roadblocks for this man who is just simply trying to live his life and flourish and be happy and be unbothered with their nonsense. And but they are just always spinning. They spinning over there. And it's so sad to watch because more they try to drag Harry and Meghan down, the higher they fly. And the more people love them. And if you saw this segment, you would know why I am saying that. All right, let's go on. Like I said, I love this picture of them. I love this picture of them. I might use it as a thumbnail because I love it. I love it. And Prince Harry, when he was going through the maze and stuff, he was really, really scared. You could tell he was scared. He was dropping F bombs. You know, them people over there trying to say something about him dropping F bombs when their crown prince, their prince who's going to be the president, I mean, the president, the king of the United Kingdom, dropped all kind of F bombs in that Tom Sykes article. And then on top of that, called his brother's wife a demon and had psycho moments. He is spiraling and unraveling over there, but yet and still you concerned about if Harry is dropping an F bomb. Somebody you said that's no longer a part of the royal family. What is your problem? I'm sorry. And him dropping F bombs only endears him to Americans because we left that. Because it is very few Americans who haven't dropped the F bomb. I think this is pretty much the official point that we can say Harry became an American. He is officially an American now because he would drop an F bomb in a minute. Yes, and I love that for him, and I love that for us. So I love that. And then also this happened. These young women, they look like young women when Harry went through. One of them recognized Harry, and one didn't. And the one that recognized him, her mouth flew open, and the other one said, "Who was that?" Mouthed, "Who was that?" And she went over there and said, "Prince Harry." And the other girl went, "Ah!" I love the reaction that Harry gets. They try to just, just absolutely assassinate his character, but yet and still, people still love him. And I love that for them. Their work will not succeed. Like I said, in the famous words of Nene Leakes, you can't win playing dirty. And that's all they know how to do over there is to play dirty. But yeah, see her reaction. It was so cute. And the audience just loved it, loved it, loved it. It was so funny. But leave it up to the squatties. Leave it up to the squatties. The squatties, this is a picture of the original picture that they posted on the Tonight Show website. And this is what the squatties did to it. One squatty posted uh, this, they posted this. It says, and if you can tell that the creature or the spook or the witch has been replaced by the other witch, Charles's horse. The face right there, it's been replaced with Charles's horse. And this squatty said, squatties be doing some stuff. It says she's just one of the reasons he needed to leave the royal family. Yeah, the horse was, and she's still nasty and a drunkard. And I don't say I say that because we saw it on the streets of Scotland. She's a drunkard and she a bed hopper. She unhopped every bed it is in Great Britain, and everybody knows that. So, and then they did this. It said egg is another reason why Harry left. But this one right here made me laugh so hard that my dog started judging me. He looked at me like, what is the problem here? Look at this. It says, and never come back because of this old vagina. Angela Levin, they call Angela Levin an old vagina. And I'm telling you, I got so tickled. I cackled and my dog judged me for it. It was so funny. I love it. I love it. And let's go back to this picture right here. Harry with Jimmy. Don't you just love that picture? And it shows the reason I love it so much. All this nonsense that they have created around his wife and all this week trying to, you know, damage his shine, just trying to make people not like him and his wife, and just trying to just throw mud over everything that he has done. Worked. He worked to that point. His place on the world stage was earned, not given. I'm just saying. And they have been trying to smear him and besmirch him the whole week. And Harry shows up on the Tonight Show unbothered with his personality and his shine intact. I love that picture. And I love the picture of this girl right here. I'm going to put it up. She was the one who found out that it was Prince Harry who came through the maze. And this squatty said, "Yes, girl, you just scared Meghan Markle's husband." Isn't that cute? And their reaction was just so, so good because everybody loves Harry and it's nothing they can do about it. I'm just saying. All right, another thing I found today. Guess what, y'all? Harry done got inked up. Yes, Harry done went and got a tattoo. I found this. It said Prince Harry rolls up to a tattoo shop in NYC with NYPD and security. Stay for over an hour. What y'all think he got? I think he probably got the name of his kids. But an hour, over an hour, that's a lot. He maybe had something else. I don't know. But I got a feeling we will eventually find out unless it's in a place that we will never see. But if it is like on his wrist or arm of his back, we might just get to see it. I wonder what it is. I'm nosy, y'all. Y'all know I'm nosy. I'm nosy. But I just love it. I just love it for him. I love the freedom that is experiencing. He is free. He could have never done that as a part of that mafia over there, that viper's nest. He never would have been able to do anything like that. And now look at him, just stopping by the tattoo shop, getting tatted up after he done had a boss week. I'm telling you, Harry, you every time you think that you can put Harry in a box, he pop up over here doing something totally different. That's one reason why I stand with him. I really do. And Megan the same way. Look how Columbia just popped up out of nowhere. And now, look what else has popped up. Wait a minute. I wanted to show you Harry leaving. That's Harry leaving with his tat. We don't know what it is, but that's it. There he goes. And also this popped up. It says this particular post said Prince Harry's latest philanthropic move will gather the world business leaders and uh, I cannot say that word. I'm sorry. Philanthropists. I think that's the way I'm trying to say it. Philanthropists to work towards fostering prosperity in Southern African communities, specifically focusing on young people. Harry is going back to South Africa and what is it? And Lesotho. He's going back to Africa and Lesotho the first part of next month, which is next week. I think it's next week or the week after. But yeah, Harry is going to be in South Africa and Lesotho. And I saw this too. I'm gonna put it up. It says Prince Harry. Someone said Prince Harry is pictured chatting with Google's managing director of global business development, Giovanni Marozzica. I envy Harry's Rolodex. Even though we don't have Rolodex anymore, you have to be old school to know what a Rolodex is. I used to have Rolodex on my desk, but they don't have them no, anymore. We have contacts in our phone. But what they mean is his contacts. He knows a lot of people. Harry knows how to network. And I love that for him. And it said, meanwhile, William relies heavily on Paul and Tom Sykes to create networks and access for him. The narrative will air. Where's the lie? He takes his little cup of salty tears and goes straight over there to Tom Sykes for him to write some kind of nonsense. And it is systematically getting more vicious every time. He's unwound, he's just unraveling, and nobody will help him. And it's sad to watch. All right. Yeah, but like I said, Prince Harry, I'm going to put it up here. I found this in Town and Country. It says Prince Harry will visit South Africa and Lesotho in early October. The Duke of Sussex will let me start again. The Duke of Sussex trip will be his first time back in South Africa since his 2019 visit with Meghan Markle and their son Prince Archie. And we all remember the African tour. We all remember that. And it was really, really hard. It was hard to watch Meghan be so upset and hurt, and Harry to be so upset and said that he was not going to play their game anymore. Yeah. It says Prince Harry is having a busy autumn. Fresh off of the Duke's New York City trip, Cinnabali announced that Harry will be visiting Lesotho and South Africa in early October. It will mark his first return to the region since his and Meghan Markle's visit in 2019, and he will be joined by Cinnabali's co-founder patriot Prince Cecil. And it says, Prince Cecil says, it fills me, the team, and our outer community with joy to welcome Prince Harry, and or Mohale, as we affectionately call him, referring to him by his Lesotho royal name, which means warrior. Prince Cecil said. Yeah. Harry is going back to Lesotho. And here is a picture of him, Harry, young Harry, doing the work. This is why Harry is where he's at today. He's not new to this. He's true to this. Harry's been doing this for a while William was on his ski trips and going around with Kate and just doing nothing. And just depending on the fact that he was going to be king one day. Little did he know at the time that that was not going to be enough anymore. Not in today's modern world. It was not going to be enough. Just being something that you slipped out of the birth canal becoming, it's just not good enough anymore. It just don't cut it anymore. You need to be someone of some substance. And the only thing that William seems like he is interested in is trying to tear his brother down. That's the only thing I see he's dedicated to. And it's sad to watch. And it's sad to watch how many people want to participate in that nonsense and know that it is nonsense, but are willing to participate in it. In his spiraling mentally down the drain. Nobody's saying nothing. I'm just saying. And it says on this trip, a group which includes corporate foundations and philanthropists. I cannot say that word to save my life. Philanthropists will head to Lesotho to witness Cinnaballe's programs at work. Harry is bringing a lot of people with him to show them what they have done and for them to invest in it. Harry was not just showing off and taking pictures. Harry was actually doing some work. You remember when Harry went to Africa with the senators and a whole group of people, but for African parks. Harry just don't be doing all that for nothing. He actually be doing that, making these connections, improving whatever charity he is involved, improving, you know, the lives of the people. He's not new to this. He is true to this. And so, yeah, so Harry is going back to Africa. And I wonder is Megan gonna go? I'm kind of thinking not so much. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. But I would love it. Can you imagine if Megan, little Archie, Prince Archie, and Princess Elizabeth went and they refused to give anybody across that pond any access? I think they probably would drag Charles and William out of them castles with pitchforks because they could not handle that. That would not be nice for William and Charles because they almost lost it when Harry and Meghan would not give them access to Columbia. Think about if their whole family went over there and would not give them access. Yeah, it wouldn't be nice at all. All right, but yes, we got that to look forward to. Harry is going back to South Africa and Lesotho, and I cannot wait. All right, let's keep going. And I wanted to put this post up about Harry when he was a little. He was, I mean, like I said, he's not new to this. He's true to this. This Squatty put this up. It says Prince Harry was a 19-year-old teenager when he visited Lesotho in 2004 during his gap year. He was so touched by the experience that he, together with Prince Siso, founded the charity in 2006 to help children affected with HIV/AIDS. Cinnabale still stands 20 years later. That's what Harry was doing while William was on the ski slopes. Yeah. And here's a picture of Harry, little young Harry in Lesotho. Yeah, with the children. And you can tell Harry has a heart. So different. You can tell. You can't fake that. And look at this. You can't fake that. You cannot fake that. And guess what? Guess who is going to be involved in this whole adventure to South Africa and Lesotho? Put this up. It says, not the Jose Andre Group on the list of organizations supporting this endeavor. I was told that he had been poached. And you look down here. There it is. Jose Andres Group is getting involved, is going to be involved in this whole endeavor that Harry is taking on to take these organizations to South Africa and Lesotho. And this is what I have always said. These people play these stupid games like they don't understand how grown people move in the world. I told you Harry was so unbothered by William, really thinking that he had scored something on Harry. They are so thirsty. They so dry over there that if they do any little thing, they try to hype it up to the highest level. And I said then, I said, this is really nonsense. Harry and Meghan are involved in the World Century Kitchen, and it's about the people. And Jose Andre is probably involved with so many different initiatives and so many organizations and initiatives work with each other. And it's all for a goal of helping the people. Not like that vanity project that William is over there with. That is a vanity project. So how in the world can you take in a $1.6 million and spend 1.5 million on cost? You're not serious. That's not a serious organization. That is a vanity project. And Harry is not involved in any of that. And then he just worked his butt off to get Jose Andre. You remember when he was in New York, William was in New York with Earthflop, and he wanted him to be on the panel, a panel or something like that. And Chef Andre had to pretty much bounce on him because he had other important things to do. But William just kept on and kept on and kept on. And now he is on the committee, I think the board to choose the winner or something like that. And they have to talk about Chef Andre work for William. What kind of mentality do these people have? Chef Andre runs an initiative, a charity. He don't work for anybody. He probably sits on all kind of different boards, and his Jose Andre group is involved in all kinds of initiatives, including this one with Harry. These are grown ups. These are not fourth graders. And William thinks like an eternal fourth grader. He is emotionally stunning. And it seems like all these people that satellite him, that goes around him, is emotionally stunted as he is. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So what are they going to say about this? About Chef Andre, well, Jose Andre's group being a part of Harry's initiative in South Africa and Lesotho. These people are crazy. I keep saying that. I mean, it's as if you are dealing with a fourth grade class of class clowns. This British media and William, and then his staff over there at Kensington Palace. It's as if they don't understand how grown up stuff works. It's ridiculous. Let's go on. I got on the soapbox. They cut a soapbox right there because it is just ridiculous. I found this article and chef kiss, mwah, because it is so true. It says Prince Harry transition from working royal to global advocate is now complete. I found this in Vanity Fair. And it's true. Harry took his rightful place on the world stage this week, and it wasn't given to him. He earned every bit of it. And now his transition is complete. He is a global advocate. He's a global dignitary. He is a global citizen. And they can hate it all they want to, but they cannot say it's not deserved. He worked for that. He's been working for it ever since he was 19 years old. And they need to stop it over there because they're making themselves look stupid. They're making themselves look just downright emotionally retarded. And they're making William look really, really bad, him and Kate. They're going to be the king and queen of the United Kingdom, for God's sake. And they act like crazy people. But that old crazy commercial like video and all that nonsense, I got to tell my dog to stop. He will bark in the field. Hey, stop, stop. You know, he will mess up my podcast every time. And he has the biggest bark. But yes, these people are going to be heads of state. And look at Charles and his horse. They're already an embarrassment, and people do not take them serious. And then they had hopes that Kate and William, I remember when people used to say, we just skip over Charles and Camilla, go to William and Kate. Boy, that's no better. Skip over them and go to go to George because can you believe that nonsense? That I mean, he has shown himself to be pretty sad. But let's go on. We got more stuff to talk about. We got more stuff to talk about. But I just want to put this picture up. No, for no reason. I just found this picture in my research and I just thought it was so beautiful of Harry and his mom. I just love it, don't y'all? Mm. So no reason, no tweet, no nothing. I just found it in my research and I said I am going to share that picture because I just think it looks so beautiful. All right, next up is Boris Johnson trying to use Harry. As usual, everybody try to use Harry for clout, and he's trying to use Harry for clout. He's writing a memoir, and of course, he said one or two words to Harry once upon a time, and now he want to recount it, and he wants to use it to promote his memoir. And you know how lame you have to be if you were the prime minister of a country, but yet and still you have to use Harry to get anybody to look at you twice with your memoir. I'm just saying. I found this in the Independent. It says Boris Johnson claimed he was asked to persuade Prince Harry to stay in the UK. Now, do I doubt that? No. I'm sure that did happen. But who cares really? Because this was supposed to be after Harry had announced that him and Meghan were leaving. This was one of the last engagements that he did, and then Harry was out of there. And so, as a last ditch effort, I believe that Charles and possibly William, I don't know, thought that they could convince Harry to stay and pretty much leave his wife twisted in the wind, probably him, because basically they just wanted to keep Harry. They didn't want to keep Meghan. They never have wanted Meghan because Meghan is just absolutely too exceptional for them. And she brings out so much good in Harry that they would not be able to control him like they have in the past. So they didn't want Harry. They didn't want Meghan or the baby. They just wanted Harry. And so they got Boris Johnson, this corrupt bozo the clown. Really, I'm insulting bozo right now because bozo is actually more dignified than this man. They try to talk to Harry in some kind of way. And Harry probably listened. I'm sure he did out of respect because Harry is a very gracious person. And then Harry did this. Harry packed up and left and went where his wife and his baby was. And he said, deuces. Deuces to the royal life, deuces to Charles, and deuces, well, William is a douche, but deuces to William and Kate. Harry said, peace out. I'm going where my wife and my baby is, and we're going to get on the freedom fight flight. But this squatty said this. It says, when a marriage when a marriage is solid, Meghan left the UK in January 2020, knowing that Harry will stick to their plan, half in, half out, or nothing. The Queen, the Prince of Wales, and the heir and the Prime Minister couldn't stop him from going home to Meghan and Arthur. Where is the lie? And yes, they did try. I don't know if I'd throw the Queen in there, but maybe. I wouldn't put it past Betty. But yeah, and I think that is profound. I remember when they were photographing Harry getting off the plane. Harry had his bag on his back, and he said, I'm out of here. I'm done with this mess. And that's pretty much what Boris Johnson said. He said that it was a hopeless cause talking to Harry. Harry had made his mind up. He was tired of their nonsense and their continuous tormenting of his wife to the point where she was thinking about unaliving herself, and she had a 6 month old child, well, unborn child in her stomach. They had tormented her so she was 6 months pregnant and she was thinking about unaliving herself. That's how much they had done to her. And like I said, I have touched on and went back and talked about things that they did to her. And that is just scratching the surface. We have so much to talk about. When things slow down, I'm going to go back again and I'm going to pick an occasion or something that happened to talk about to educate the new squatties so they can see that Harry and Meghan did not leave that hellhole for without reason. They absolutely had their reason. And Harry packed his bag up and went on where his wife was. And then, not long after that, they pulled his security and left him and his wife and their infant son on an island with no security and dropped a dime on their location and did not give a rat's if someone came over there and killed them because they no longer were doing what they wanted them to do. That's who Harry was dealing with. I'm just saying. So, this squatty said this. It says, so the most notorious British Prime Minister of the past decade still needs to name drop Harry and Meghan to promote his memoir. I'm sure he has anecdotes about the other royals, but let's face it, no one gives a about them. Where's the lie? He had to name drop Harry. All of them, that's all they do. You remember when Jabbo had his book and it was supposed to be about Kate, and all he did was talk about Harry and Meghan in the excerpts that he dropped and in every interview. Where was it about Kate? And now here's Bozo the Clown. Yeah, Bozo. They call him Bojo. I call him Bozo. Yeah. And this one right here says they really out here bragging that the royal force begged the man with the untold number of abandoned children to talk to the Ginger Avenger out of abandoning his wife and his newborn. Yeah, wanted him to talk to Harry to keep him from leaving, but abandoned his wife and his newborn. This is what Harry was dealing with. I'm just saying. Let's go on. I want to play something for y'all. Y'all remember yesterday I said that I was gonna I had saw this panel where they said that they still loved Harry and they still wanted him back. Well, I'm gonna play that for y'all, and we're gonna listen to it. All right, right now I'm gonna put pictures up. Wait a minute, it's not going. Hold on, let me do it again. Can I say something radical here? I think if you think people still love Harry, they still like him. That's the problem. The problem is they don't like the woman he loves. I don't think that's radical. I don't think that's controversial. I think I speak to people and it's very much the same. Harry is still Diana's son. You know, as I say, you talked about the walking behind the coffin. You know, mothers still remember. I'm sure, you know, we all still remember the funeral where he walked behind Diana's coffin, that heartbroken little boy. We still kind of care for him, but we never really got to know Meghan. I mean, how long was she here for? So they dated, I think it was 18 months from when we found out about her relationship with Harry to them getting married. And then she was in the royal family for less than 2 years. So as you say, Harry is so loved here. He was Britain's favourite son. He was their cheeky son. So popular. And it's only really been a few years. It feels like a lot longer, but it's only really been a few years since he left. But I think people still hold that great affection for him. But they never really knew her. They didn't even know her as a royal, really. It was such a short period. Let's play that again. I want to play it one more time. I'm going to say something radical here. I think if you think people still love Harry, they still like him. That's the problem. The problem is they don't like the woman he loves. I don't think that's radical. I don't think that's controversial. I think I speak to people and it's very much the same. Harry is still Diana's son. You know, as I say, you talked about the walking behind the coffin. You know, mothers still remember. I'm sure, you know, we all still remember the funeral where he walked behind Diana's coffin, that heartbroken little boy. We still kind of care for him, but we never really got to know Meghan. I mean, how long was she here for? So they dated, I think it was 18 months from when we found out about her relationship with Harry to them getting married. And then she was in the royal family for less than 2 years. So as you say, Harry is so loved here. He was Britain's favourite son. He was their cheeky son. So popular. And it's only really been a few years. It feels like a lot longer, but it's only really been a few years since he left. But I think people still hold that great affection for him. But they never really knew her. They didn't even know her as a royal, really. It was such a short period. Did y'all hear that? Talking about the problem is. That's the problem. The problem is, he told the truth. The problem is that people still like Harry. It is a problem for them. They have done everything that they know to do to get the British people to turn against Harry. And Harry shows up for the 10th anniversary of Invictus, and the people line the streets. And they knew right then and there that they had lost. They had lost. And so now they're just admitting what everybody has known, that everybody loves Harry. Everybody still loves Harry. And then this whole thing about, she only was here, they only dated for 18 months. So what? So what's your point? And then she says she was here for less than 2 years and we didn't get to know her. Yeah, you did. You got to know her to the point where you wanted to destroy her. And they want to pretend like we just don't know what happened. They didn't let us get to know her. We didn't know her. Yeah. Yeah, just like we dreamed all this nonsense, all this torture, all this smearing, all of these lying and planning of stories and negativities that you hurled on this woman, just vomit the bile on her. But yet and still now you want to play like you just didn't get to know her. Well, my point is this. You got people in national newspapers calling her a mutt. A mutt. You have people on your national paper saying they got a niggling feeling. You got people on in your national papers. People are going to jail. for threatening Megan and calling and comparing her newborn baby to a monkey. But you just still don't know. We didn't get to know her. We didn't get to know her. Yeah, stop it. Stop it. It really turned on Columbia. I have said this and I'll continue to say it, when they did not get invited, was refused all across the board of any kind of access to Harry and Meghan, and it was a knock out of the park success, and it got all kind of media without them. That is where the problem came in for the royal family, not for Harry and Meghan, because they found out that nobody needs them. They had to be a whole mile away from any event that Harry and Meghan was doing and had to interview the people walking down the street holding their babies. They did not like that. And like I said, if Harry wants to put them completely just dead, just absolutely dead, all he has to do is bring Meghan, Prince Archie, and Prince Lilibet and not give them any access whatsoever and not show the children's faces and let them know that no, we control this, and let them babies go to Lesotho to see their family because they are his family. But if I was Harry and Meghan, that's what I would do. I wouldn't show the children's face, but I would take the children because they have that kind of control now. They can take their children wherever, and you cannot see their face unless they decide that they want to show their faces. I would love that, and that would shut it all the way down. They would have, they would be dead. This right here would be the British media laid out dead. I'm just saying. All right, let's go on. I wanted y'all to hear that. And then, oh Lord, this. The horse. The horse son took her tears over there to Tom Sykes. And she's talking about Queen Camilla wants King Charles to skip meeting with Prince Harry's sources. I know Harry can't come out and say it. But I know Harry wants to say, I'll see my father when he wants to see me. But until then, I'm good. I'm good. And I really feel like that's the way Harry feels about it. Does he have grace in his heart for his father? Absolutely. But if his father don't want to see him, Harry is good with that. He's good. But they just go on and on and on. I have never saw a bunch of people who don't know how to move on. If you don't want to see Harry, move on. Stop talking about it. Harry, stop talking about it. Harry is unbothered. I'm going to put this picture of Harry and Jimmy Fallon back up here. This is Harry, totally and absolutely unbothered. Oh, hold on. My phone is ringing. Okay, I'm back. It was nobody. Oh, I hate when my phone ring in the middle of my podcast, but we have life be life, and what can I say? But let's get to this with Camilla talking about. I hate to even call her queen. I'm gonna say Charles's horse want King Charles to skip meeting with Prince Harry's sources. A friend of the Queen told the Daily Beast that she wants the King to take things easy. The last thing she wants for him to do is to get stressed out over meeting with Harry. Well, I think he could meet with Harry because his wife, the horse, is on the streets being drunk, showing everybody in Scotland what a lush she is. What a trashy, trashy person that she is. So that didn't give him any kind of stress. And plus, Harry is good. He is good. But that's all they do is talk about him. It says King Charles III would like to meet with his son, Prince Harry, when he visits the UK next week, but is weighing counsel from advisors, including his wife, that it would be unwise to do so. Well, it's not surprising by her because this is the same old wicked witch, broke down bed hopper that used this little boy right here. I'm gonna put Harry's face as a boy because this is what she did. She used him, lied on him, fed stories to the media, tormented him. His mom was died, who had died. I believe that her and Charles and his horse, this horse, had something to do with it. My belief. I have no proof, but I believe it, and I have a right to believe that. And tormented after they took his mom away from him, didn't do nothing but torment him, lie on him, use him as a scapegoat and someone to clear the path for him, for her, for the horse. Harry said himself, it was nothing left in the streets but dead bodies, and his was one of them that she had used. She sacrificed him on the altar of her PR. I don't think it gets any clearer than that. So, are we surprised that this bed hopping mattress of a woman would try to keep this son away from his father? And are we surprised at this failure of a father who did nothing when that little boy's mother was tragically killed? The only person who really showed him any love, who really loved him, he didn't even hug him. Charles cares nothing about Harry. He does not. And I don't understand why he think that we are falling for this nonsense him and his horse is talking about. Move on. If you don't want to reconcile with Harry, stop talking about it. Move on. Harry is good. Harry has a great life, a great family, and he's good without you. And I think that might be the rub. Because y'all, I have never saw people who constantly, with their cup of salty tears, talk about Harry so much. Harry's good. Ugh. And he says some of his advisors also urged caution and known to be exercised by the possibility of a constitutional interest if Harry were to directly ask his father to intervene in his legal argument about security provisions with the British government. Technically, he's Majesty's government. Well, they ain't have no problem with asking them the government, the prime minister, to intervene to get Harry to stay. What about that? Why is it a problem to ask them to intervene for his security? You see how these people are full of shit. They full of it. You can ask the prime minister to talk to Harry, but and intervene, get them to do something that has nothing to do with their government business. But yet and still, somehow you getting security for your son. Who is your son? The son of a sovereign. Stop it. Stop it. It's just ridiculous. Although neither side would definitely rule a meeting in or out in response to the inquiry from the Daily Beast. Um, It said tittle tattle looks unlikely. A tate-a-tate. A tate-a-tate looks unlikely despite a thorn of relationships which saw Charles send Harry a public birthday wish. Let me say this. We all know what happened there. They act like we have um, memory loss or something. Okay. And Tom Sykes is the one who wrote all this nonsense. That's why we don't have memory loss. Do we not remember how the next day William came out and said that that was just performative? And do we not remember how Charles came out and they said it was performative and then sent out his toadies and his flunkies to tell everybody that it was performative? But yet now somehow everything is all warm, the birthday wishes and stuff like that. These people are completely psychotic, to say the least. And so if I was Harry, I would just say, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. We don't have to ever meet again because you can get to that point with family members. I personally have gotten to that point with some family members that I say, you know what? I'm good. I'm going to love you from afar. I'm not going to stop loving you, but I'm not going to deal with your nonsense and your continuous chaos and your continuous attacks on me. I'm not doing that. And I'm good. And I think that's what Harry has said. I'm just saying. All right. That's what this hoe hopper, she's on her game again. She on a broomstick, flying around like the witch that she is. I'm just saying. And basic, a lot of this is to distract from this right here that they actually cost the British people over $500 million a year for this family to ride around in helicopters and on trains and pretty much have people bow and scrape to them because they slid out of a certain birth canal. The worm is turning, and the Republican movement is growing, and they're tone deaf to it. But you know what? Eventually, the light bulb will come on. It's going to be too late because they are not worth $500 million a year. For what is Kate gonna do? A Christmas Carol? Really? They help nobody. Y'all remember that thing I played and they was up there talking about we need to pay attention to our royal family who is doing things for us, our royal family. I forgot his name. Yeah. What are they do? What do they do for other people? I saw Sophie over there hugging a rescue chicken, Stumpy, and feeding a horse. Maybe she was feeding Camilla. I don't know. I get confused. One horse, all horses look the same to me. I'm just saying. Yeah. What are they doing to help anybody? Nothing. And $500 million. I'm gonna put up this tweet, and this is one I love. It says, not taking him seriously and underestimating him as possibly being their biggest mistake. And that's true. They just wrote him off as talking about he was retarded. He didn't know what he was talking about. He was just a spare. He was there for spare parts. Harry said in his book said if he needed a bit of bone or any spare part, that's why he was brought on this earth. But Harry had proven to them that you know what, I'm not the spare. I am the heir to my own kingdom that I am building. And he is building a mighty kingdom. His Rolodex is awesome. Yeah, they underestimated this little boy. And he has showed them up every turn, every turn. All right. And of course, we have to put this up here to remind Harry, don't go and mess with those people. Because at the end of the day, they have the knives out for you, Harry. They do. Don't eat them people's food. All right, y'all. Bye.